Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration, and we are here for another Monday morning edition of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration, what's hot, what's been going on in the past week or so. And so, y'all know me, I like to dive right on in. So, the first and probably the biggest thing I have in news about this morning is I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk about the H-1B lottery. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a reprieve from y'all hearing about me, but alas, the Immigration Service threw us a little bit of a curveball, which is a good curveball this time. And H-1B lottery selections have started to roll in. They are showing up in the My USCIS accounts. So if you have uh, entered into the H-1B lottery, go ahead and go back in and check your My USCIS account. We are seeing that some cases have already been selected. You know that you are selected once you log in and you look under status. If it says selected, you have been selected. We have not seen an official notification from USCIS yet, indicating when they will start accepting those applications and the deadline for sending in those applications. But certainly, this is great news. So go check your My USCIS account to see if your status has been changed to selected. If it has, that means you are now able to prepare and begin the filing process of your H-1B for this current fiscal year. So that was a nice little curveball that we got from the Immigration Service. The next thing I want to talk to y'all about are requests for further evidence, notice of intent to deny, and notice of intent to revoke. So, since the pandemic began back in March of 2020, the Immigration Service has essentially allowed 60 extra days to respond to notices from them. That 60 days has, we've gotten several notifications periodically for the past 2 years indicating that flexibility, that 60-day flexibility has been extended. The last notification we got said that flexibility would end March 26th of 2022. So a couple days ago, we have not received notification that flexibility will be extended. So as of today, if you receive a notice that is dated March 27th and later, then just know that we, as of right now, are back to the normal response times. However, if your notice was dated up to and including March 26th, 2022, then that 60-day flexibility still applies. It's not 60 days for across the board for all responses, but it is for sort of what we call the biggies, the measures. But if you have a request for additional evidence, you have a notice of intent to deny, you have a notice of intent to revoke something that's already been approved, and you need assistance with getting that filed, figuring out what the actual deadline is, or you have a question about the H-1B lottery and where you go from here, if it does say selected, feel free to reach out to our office, 954-903-1337. We're more than happy to help you. The next thing we're seeing, sort of spot issues we seem to be having across the world at different consulates, are non-immigrant visa applications being delayed because the consulates essentially don't have a copy of the application. So what happens when we file the applications here in the US, we submit a duplicate copy of those applications. The duplicate copy is then uploaded into a system so that every consulate has access to that application in case they have questions about the underlying application, or it also includes notice of the approval. We have seen some instances recently at consulates where they have delayed visa issuance because they don't have a copy of that application that was filed and ultimately approved from USCIS. So just know that is happening. If you're planning to travel overseas and you're looking to get a visa, You want to make sure that you bring a full copy of the application package with you, just in case. Some consulates may accept that, some may not, but it never hurts to be prepared when you are going. And also build in a few extra days on your travel itinerary at this point, because those delays are kind of spotty at this point. Um, Speaking of folks that are outside the country looking to come in, we also, in changes going on at the consulates, I want to let you know that those individuals who are Mexican nationals who are applying for a TN or a trade NAFTA visa, they are now consolidating the consulates that will process the TNs for us. So now we're only able to apply for our TNs for Mexican nationals in Mexico City, Ciudad Juarez, and Guadalajara. So they have reduced the number of consulates that are now taking TN visas. So that's super important to know and understand. I want to talk to you about our combo cards. Our combo cards are your EAD, which is your employment authorization document, and your advance parole, which is your travel permission document. We are still seeing significant delays when it comes to the employment authorization documents. So what the Immigration Service is still doing, I want you to understand this, they are still decoupling, if you will, the approval of the EAD card and the advance parole. Usually we get them as one card. One card serves both employment and travel. In order for them to work through this backlog a little bit quicker, they are now processing their, sort of full steam ahead on processing EAD cards. And they are not waiting for the advance parole. They are not necessarily adjudicating those together. So it's very important when you receive the card in the mail, make sure that you look at it, read it carefully. Does it apply to both? Chances are these days it is not going to apply to both your EAD and your advance parole. So make sure when you get the card, make sure you look at it carefully. If it is not a combo card, make sure that it is, either employment authorization or advanced parole. If it is employment authorization, please don't try to travel on that. If it is just your advanced parole, please do not try to work just on that advanced parole. So if you receive a card or you have any questions about that, again, feel free to reach out to our office. We're more than happy to help with that. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is still about the backlog within the agency. We are still seeing severe backlogs. The agency is trying to get out from under these backlogs. So to that end, if you receive an appointment notice and your appointment is on a Saturday, it is not a hoax. It is not a mistake. There are several offices across the country that are taking and interviewing individuals on Saturdays in an attempt to get through the backlog. So again, if you receive an interview notice or a citizenship naturalization notice that has you scheduled for a Saturday, please show up. If you do not show up, you risk your application being denied. So better safe than sorry. So definitely show up. This is one of the ways that the service is trying to get through their backlog. So that is all I have for you this fine Monday morning. So don't forget, if you have applied, if you entered yourself in the H-1B lottery, those lottery results are rolling in to your MyUSCIS account. Please go in and check those. And I will keep you updated here on when USCIS provides us with an official notice in terms of when they will accept those filings and what the cutoff date for those filings is. So I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration. This has been another Monday morning edition of Beyond the Soundbite. If you have any questions about your immigration case, or you want to start an immigration case, you're trying to hire someone that's not a U.S. citizen and you're not quite sure where to begin that process, please feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to my office, 954-903-1337. Have a wonderful Monday and a great rest of your week. Bye.